Hi, Kevin Henry, the Group Editorial Director for UBM Advanced Stars Dental Division, and I'm on a Google Hangout today with Dr. Mark Tholen. Dr. Tholen, how are you today?
Great. How are you today, Kevin?
Doing well. Thank you so much for your time. The reason I'm talking to Dr. Tholen today is that he'll be doing a webinar for us, sponsored by Pelton and Crane, and it's on modern dental office design, 6 questions to lead you to the practice of your dreams. And so, Dr. Tholen, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today and kind of give our viewers a little preview of what you'll be talking about during that seminar. And could you just kind of tell me how you see dentists using their office as a way to kind of market to patients?
Oh, great question, Kevin. I think that dentistry is a very difficult topic to accurately convey to our patients, to display the quality as well as the necessity of great care. Very, very hard topic to really communicate. And I think the very best way to do that is to do it through the office physical plant. When patients see an office that's beautiful, it's elegant, it's all together, it's neat, it's organized, it's up to date, it's modern, it says something about the doctor and about the way they practice. And very specifically, they're paying a great deal of attention to detail about the office environment. They care about the office. If they care about the office, they're going to care about the patient. And that message is transmitted to the patient. In the same way, I think it's really important for all of us clinicians as leaders of our practices to be people who are going to actually point a direction for our staff. And that means that our staff is going to look and be consistent with the elegance and the beauty and the precision of the office. So that we're going to have a very specific appearance. We're going to use a very specific type of language and speech patterns, and we're going to communicate excellence to our patients. I think that's just so critical in being able to let our patients know that we care about them. And there's something that's really very subliminal about that, because the patient looks at a doctor and the staff. And if the doctor and the staff aren't well appointed, if they don't look like they care about themselves, the very subliminal thought that the patient has is, how could they possibly care about me? So it's so important that we have great consistency between the physical plant and our own personal appearance and our own personal actions. If we're able to do all those things, Kevin, I think we really do build trust. And when we got the trust, then we're able to secure the care of the patient, because all of us, and I don't care if who's watching the webinar, whether it's a specialist or a general practitioner, we all need the trust of the patient before we lay hands on them and able to actually care for them. And so these patients with a trust element many times just say, well, doctor, do whatever you think you need to do. And that's the type of compliant patient you'll love to have. Somebody with ultimate trust who's able to take our recommendations and actually embrace them and accept them.
Great points all around. And I know that there's a lot of information that you're going to be sharing with our viewers during this webinar, and I'm assuming you'll also point out some of the errors that you've seen in the past and some of the things that people have done incorrectly that really impacted their practice in a negative way, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I think one of the biggest mistakes people make is that we don't build an office that really meets our functional needs. And by that I mean we don't have enough operatories for the most part. Most doctors have a very difficult time really looking into the future. Then again, who does really know what the future holds for any of us? But what I will say is the average dental office is going to be operational for 20 years before the doctor moves or they retire. And as a result, you've got to be able to think about what is my practice going to be and what is it going to need in a decade or in 2 decades. And that's a little bit challenging, but for the most part, we have to err on the side of too many ops, not an insufficient number of operatories, because the insufficient number of operatories really costs us money. And if you think about how much a doctor will generally generate on a monthly basis per op, it's anywhere from $10 to probably $35,000 to $40,000 a month at the top end of the scale. Now, if I'm missing $10,000 a month, let's just say we're kind of at the bottom end of the scale, because I am short an operatory, and I compound that year after year after year, the cost is unbelievable. However, the cost of actually adding an operatory and having that extra operatory fully equipped in a very nice office is about a $625 to $650 mortgage payment per op. So if we think of it in those terms, I'm betting $650 against $10,000 a month. It's a no-brainer. So that is probably the biggest mistake I see people make, is just not building an office that's big enough.
Well, Dr. Tholen, I'm personally looking forward to hearing more from you during the webinar. And again, it's on modern dental office design, 6 questions to lead you to the practice of your dreams. It's sponsored by Pelton & Crane, and you can sign up for the webinar by clicking on the links that are in this article. And Dr. Tholen, I thank you so much for your expertise and your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Kevin.